and he goes over the top, and Disc drives through in this situation. He got the far wrist, what he always wants, and then pushes through with the half, puts it into a body press, and it's all over for Mr. Abbott. Mills has 3 falls and 3 appearances, all around 2.5 minutes in all 3 bouts so far.
And of course, Larry, we have 2 Lewis of Iowa.
And that was a great barn burner that we watched in Bethlehem several months ago. Burley going in on a single against the #1 ranked wrestler in the country at that time and converting that move into a 2-point takedown. Lewis will start his quest to defend his title coming up this weekend out in Iowa in the Big Ten. And I hope that the injury that he sustained against Iowa State will be repaired enough that he'll be back up against Burley.
This battle with Bonnick of Iowa. Let's take a look at that and describe it for us.
Okay, that was the one everybody was waiting for. Bonnick, of course, was ranked 1 in the country. He's the defending national champion, and Kilrain was 3rd last year, losing to Bonnick in the semifinals. But in the dual meet this year, it was all Kilrain. He doggedly and fought a very powerful wrestler and pursued him and just wore him down. That's what really won it for Kilrain.
Okay, those are the 3 national champions that we're going to be taking a look at as our match continues. Right now, we're going to show you. And for Lehigh, it's Bobby Weaver, 5-2 from Easton, Pennsylvania. And now here's the voice of Lehigh Wrestling, Larry Sheridan. Larry?
Weaver immediately in on a nice barrel roll, taking the 3-time Eastern champ and 1-time NCAA champ to the mat.
Neutral.
And an escape. Score now 2-1. Bob Weaver of Lehigh. And Gene Mills of Syracuse. Score 2-1. Referee Mark Piven. Weaver putting Mills towards his back, picking up 2. Now leads 4-1. Bobby Weaver of Lehigh. A unique battle going on here. You're having 2 Olympians wrestle, both members of the 1980 Olympic teams. Weaver made the team at 105. Mills made the team at 115.
Neutral.
Escape goes to Mills, 4-2 now. Bear in mind that Gene Mills seated first.
Nothing yet.
Bobby Weaver second. Gene Mills.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Weaver trying to come around and gain a takedown. Is up high on the figure 4. Working feverishly to contain him with 35 seconds to go. No takedown. And now Mills comes out the back door to tie up the score at 4-4. Weaver going for what we call a cheapie. It's got that tilt situation.
Only 2.
And he gets a 2-point near fall. I'm not demeaning the hole, but it's known among the wrestling fans and the officials and the coaches. That particular tilt is called a cheapie, C-H-E-A-P-I-E.
First period ends, and Gene Mills of Syracuse leads Bob Weaver by a score of 6-4 here at 118 pounds in the EIWA tournament.
Red takes bottom.
Mills seated first, Bobby Weaver seated second. Here's the near fall coming up.
Okay, it's a combination that Mills uses all year. He does tight waist and pulls the wrestler back and exposes the shoulders to the mat.
Back we go to mat action, second period.
Mills sits out and gains an escape. Score now 7-4. Gene Mills, national champion 2 years ago, sat out last season to concentrate on his bid for the Olympic team and did make it at 115. This is unique to have 2 former champs as Weaver picks up a takedown and makes the score 7-6. You have 2 members of the 1980 Olympic team battling out for the supremacy of the EIWA.
Easy.
Bob Weaver.
Yes, he
locking
did.
hands. As they go to their feet, you will see. Stop the bout. That'll be a lock hand. Make the score now 8-6.
He locked.
1 point awarded to Mills.
As long as his knee's down, you can't lock, even though you're standing. Ready?
Referee Mark Piven.
Still down.
2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the second period. No escape given. 8-6 lead for Gene Mills of Syracuse in the battle for the EIWA Wrestling Championship here at 118. Perhaps the best pinner in the United States on the mat right now in Gene Mills. He's pinned everybody in this competition thus far.
Well, Weaver giving him a masterful job so far.
Could have a stalemate here.
No,
Weaver
reversal.
comes around with a reversal now, and Mills now moves ahead by a score of 10-6, picking up 2.
Here comes that cheapie.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As soon as he gets to 5, he'll
Only 2. 2 near fall.
It's a tight waist.
1, 2.
And Weaver, of course, with bad ribs, that's
1.
really hurts.
2.
Mills will tilt you all day with that. In fact, he's got
14-6 is the score right now.
among his dual meet victories this year, one of 42-0 and one of 36-0. And I think Weaver's ribs now are going to cause a little timeout here.
14-6. Let's go.
Weaver did injure his ribs in practice about a week
1:17
ago,
left.
and they're
Second period, fellas.
quite sensitive.
Be still. Set on top.
1:16 now in
There's the half
time
Nelson
remaining.
and the far wrist. And as I said so often,
3.
he's the most dangerous half Nelson man in the country. Referring to Gene Mills, of course.
2.
2 points near fall.
And again,
Mills.
pulls his opponent back, lifts the leg, and picks up near fall
1,
points.
2, 3, 4.
2-point near fall. And again, back up with the half. Score now 16-6. Favor Mills. There's the half. Got the far wrist. That's his control situation. Takes the wrist, throws the half. There's the half. Now he goes for the far wrist.
You're right on the bottom.
I know Weaver's ribs are really hurting in that tight waist in that situation.
2, 3, 4.
16 seconds and another 2-point near fall. Score now 20, and those
2
ribs
points.
have got
Put
to
on
the
injury
point.
clock, please.
Momentary injury timeout now to Weaver with the score 18-6. We want to take a moment and express our thanks to many of the people who made our program possible. Here at Princeton, our thanks to Ched Dalgowitz, tournament director, with 10 seconds remaining in the final.
Again, the half, the far wrist.
Nothing.
Time running out, and the second period concludes, and it's a long 20-6 lead.
Short pair of ribs. Score 20-6. Third period. Half Nelson, far wrist.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Weaver now in a body press situation as Mills pins him and picks up his 4th straight pin. Mills of Syracuse pinning Lehigh's Bobby Weaver in the finals at 118.
Here on the season was seeded 3rd at this weight class, and Husted was seeded 1st.
Okay, good luck, gentlemen.
Husted of Lehigh and Palzer of Army.
Referee Pat McCormick. Pat living down in Hampton, Virginia. Tom Husted of Lehigh defeated Palzer in a dual meet, but had a lot of trouble with him on his in a down position. Palzer, being the longer of the two, is a very good leg rider and produced some trouble for Lehigh's Husted. And Husted had to end up winning it on takedowns in the dual meet against the cadets. Husted in, working to pick up the takedown.
Neutral. Neutral.
Palzer tries to roll through the back, but Husted counters. No takedown so far. Palzer countering, trying to roll through and around. But Husted's got him in trouble now. He's spreading on him. And they're near the edge.
There's 2.
And a 2-point takedown.
We're gonna go 1 up. I don't know if I would have given it. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think there's no takedown. They rule it off. Matt Judge is Pascal Perry. No takedown.
And so it recycles back to 0-0.
And the time advantage clock also goes back to 0-0.
Okay, ready?
No takedown. Matt Judge didn't think there was one, and the head referee in this bout, the referee, was questioning about it. There's another attempt by Husted, but it's countered nicely by Palzer. So far, no takedown for either wrestler. That range that Palzer of Army has is paying off in countering all the maneuvers by Husted of Lehigh.
Neutral.
Still no points. Husted locking up.
15 seconds.
Neutral.
Husted getting close to pinning himself.
Stalemate.
Stalemate.
As 6 seconds remain in the first period. Again, he's in on that leg. But that range just reaches over the top.
Mandatory warning goes against Green.
Mandatory warning against Army.
First period concludes. There is no team score, no bout score thus far.
Red's
Husted
choice.
and Palzer. We're at 126. The champion at 118 was Gene Mills.
If there is no takedown during the first period in collegiate wrestling,
No score.
Ed Steers
0-0.
on the
We're in
left,
the second.
Leroy
Go ahead.
Allitz on the right, Army's coaching staff. As we go now in the second period.
Husted will try to get away from those legs of Palzer. Palzer very good with that leg control. Husted trying to bridge against it and try to pull and make the reversal. And does gain the reversal.
Two. No bats.
That took 25 seconds in the second period to gain that reversal.
Let's go.
Husted, one of 3 wrestlers appearing tonight from Montvale, New Jersey. The Catalpa brothers were high school teammates at Pascack Valley. Husted
Easy,
lifts
easy.
it.
Be nice. Still
Nice.
down, Green.
Reversal coming up, Larry.
Well, he keeps dogged
back
and pushing
points.
back and finally turns in against, because Palzer realized that he had a kind of a Peterson sit against him.
Go, Green.
Would have picked
Red.
up 4, and Palzer decided not to fight it and gave him 2.
Back to mat action. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Tommy Husted of Lehigh out in front of Mark Palzer of Army. This is the 126-pound class here in the 77th Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association Championships
He's
from
holding
Princeton,
fast.
New Jersey.
Mean whizzers thrown in there by Palzer of Army. Their control still rests with Husted as he's put Palzer on his back. He's got him down. Got a 3-point near fall. Makes the score now 5-0 with 1:25 remaining in the second period. Lehigh's Tom Husted. Lehigh coached by Thad Turner. There you see
Green
Thad Turner. Assistant coach Jerry Lehman. The Army coach is Ed
Good set.
Steers.
Okay, get your knees back, Green. Here we go. Get set. Go ahead, Red.
Ready to go again now with 1:20 remaining in the second period. Husted of Lehigh leading 5-0 over Mark Palzer of Army. Syracuse leading 147 team points. Lehigh running second at 120. Army fourth at 50 and Navy third at 99.
An escape given to Palzer, but countered nicely by Husted. Picks up, looks like he has a takedown, but that, again, he did all the work, and Palzer grabs that leg to stop him, but now he's back into a neutral position, so they never affected anything. It's still 5-1 on the board. Husted on your right of Lehigh University. Palzer representing the cadets of the United States Military Academy. Again, Husted in on those legs. But again,
Nothing illegal.
Palzer. Houston doing all the work on these takedown attempts. Palzer hasn't shot one, but he counters everything. Houston beat him in a dual meet, 19-14, in a good match up at Army.
15 seconds, 15.
10 seconds remaining, picks up again, picking him up, drops him, and picks up 2. Now the score is 7-1.
Time running down, and the second period will conclude with Husted leading by 6. Here's the takedown, Larry, on replay.
Houston goes in, picks up the ankle, then lifts into the crotch area, lifts the opponent high, drops him, picks up 2. Of course, the shoulder into the
7-1 red.
into the midsection when they hit the mat kind of gave a little wince there. No question about it.
Third period now. Palzer from Huntington Station, New York. Tommy Husted from Montvale, New Jersey. One of 4 Lehigh University wrestlers in the finals. Syracuse also with 4. William and Mary, Yale, Navy, and Army have 2 each. Columbia, Cornell, Franklin and Marshall, and Temple 1 each.
Houston now has a 1.5-minute riding time over Palzer in this championship bout at 126. Palzer placed 4th last year at 118.
You can see the difference in the range of the wrestlers. Palzer has about 2 or 3 inches on Husted in height. Maybe even 4.
When you get down there, it's almost a foot. Houston leading 7-2, again in on that leg where he's been all day. But Palzer countering everything. As I said, Palzer placed 4th last year. Houston is a transfer from Wisconsin, where he was a Big 8, Big 10 runner-up. Now you'll see Houston again drops into the mat, but Palzer will try to ride through, but Tom Houston of Lehigh covers him up as we're halfway through the third and final period. 9-2 is the score, with Lehigh's Tom Houston having 2 minutes time advantage.
Top man stalling. Holding on, top man.
There's a call against Lehigh for stalling, for holding on.
Green down. Green
But
down.
that'll,
Another odd call because all the work is being done on the mat by Husted.
there's no question about it. Tommy Houston, all he's been doing is shooting for takedowns all the way through this match. And the moment he relaxes for a second, the referee says you're stalling. That's referee Pat McCormick. There's
Neutral.
the skate given to Palzer. Now we'll see if Palzer works. He's down by 6 plus time. He goes in, but Houston just says, I'm going to spin around and try to come around the back.
2.
And does. Picks up another takedown.
Neutral.
11-3,
2 points takedown.
favor of Houston.
1 point escape.
50 seconds remaining in the third period.
Houston in again,
Easy now,
lifting
easy.
him up. Again, this is the guy that was warned for stalling, Shell. I just have to comment every now and then when I see a call like that one.
Careful.
And drops his man to the mat. Nice and easy. Goes around the back, and with 30 seconds to go, evidently they consider that restraint on the back.
2.
Now gets 2 to score
He could have whipped him out.
13-4 plus time. Lehigh's Tommy Houston is now 5 seconds away of winning an Eastern title. Goes in again and drops him at the buzzer. But the referee said no takedown. Now that could be critical.
Former national champion last year was 2nd. His opponent, Billy Pincus from Narberth, Pennsylvania, 30-1 from William and Mary, and a good wrestler. He is 12-4 this year.
Pincus placed 3rd at this weight class last year, which Burley won. Burley, defending Eastern champion.
Mr. Pascal Perry, match judge, Ken Neckshire.
Mat judge is Ken Neckshire, and the referee for this bout, you see just backing into your picture, is Pascal Perry. Pascal living in Merrick, Long Island.
Often referred to as the Dean.
Pincus picking up a single on Burley. Burley out of Pemberton, New Jersey.
Pascal had a marvelous hat, Larry, he wore coming into to the gym this evening. I dared him to wear it on the mat, but he indicated that would be out of uniform.
1:10 remaining in the first period. Pincus in on that single, but not able to convert anything, as Burley, #1 wrestler in the United States today, was a national champion 2 years ago, was runner-up this weight last year, losing to Randy Lewis.
Larry, it's good to see William and Mary has come along in the Easton tournament. Coming around now, and 2-point takedown for Darrell Burley.
And there's Burley's patented reverse roll that a lot of kids will ought to see. When you've been on that single, he rolls and turns counter to all the tradition of wrestling. He turns his back against the grain, so to speak, and ends up with the 2 points.
30 seconds, 30.
Out of bounds.
Off they go with 30 seconds remaining. Here's the replay, Larry, on that.
Okay, now watch him turn his back. Here he says, well, I'm going this way. Now hold it momentarily.
Okay, bottom man, ready, top
And he
man.
goes around the back. And that is Burley's unique style.
Back to mat action again now with 20 seconds remaining. First period here at 134 pounds. This is the Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association Championships from the Jadwin Gymnasium on the Princeton campus. Shel Siegel and Larry Sheridan bringing you all the fall-by-fall action. We hope wherever you are, you're enjoying it.
1 point.
Escape goes to Billy Pincus of William and Mary as the first period winds down and ends with Burley of Lehigh leading by 1. Pascal
Red is
Perry,
up.
one of the
Lehigh
great
up, second
referees
period.
in the
Men, the
United
score's
States
2-1,
and the referee-in-chief in this
Lehigh, second
EIWA tournament.
Okay, Lehigh,
Former
you're up.
Eastern champion himself when he wrestled for Syracuse.
Burley has the advantage position now over Pincus.
As we said, Pincus from Narbeth, around the Bala-Cynwyd, suburban Philadelphia area.
Larry, at a time when many colleges, and we've commented, seem to be having some difficulty keeping the wrestling programs afloat in competition with other sports, it's good to see a school like William and
1
Mary
point.
encouraging that kind of program and coming up with 2 finalists in this tournament.
Yes, and want to mention that earlier this season I read, and I guess the report was erroneous, about Harvard's wrestling program, and I talked to their coach as Burley gets a takedown. And the Harvard coach and I had a long discussion, and rest assured, Coach John Lee of Harvard told me
1.
wrestling is going to be at Harvard for some time to come. And of course, Platt is the coach, Alan Platt, the coach down at William and Mary, doing a fine job getting 2 finalists here tonight. Burley leading 4-3. Tries to go in after Pincus, pursuing him.
Off the mat they go with 141.
There's coach Alan Platt is the coach. Co-captains for that team are Broman and Pincus. Pincus out there now. Minute 25 remaining,
Hold
second period.
Center, you all right with the helmet? Okay.
Early a photo in the program guide showed quite a beard by Billy Pincus, which is absent on mat this evening.
Right.
Would have brought him up into another weight class. Looked like that beard weighed 4 pounds.
Burley is seeking his 3rd Eastern championship. Goes in on a single against Pincus, drops him, picks up
2-point takedown for Darrell Burley, moves the score to 6-3. Burley also has a minute and 18-second riding time. You pick up an additional point for 1 or more minutes of riding time. Escape to Pincus, making it 6-4. And Burley quickly sweeps in on the leg again and drops him to make it 8-4.
Well, so far it looks like a takedown clinic, with Burley in command now by 4 points. Lets him up deliberately, leaving him up. Burley again in on that single. Controlling Pincus. who's got the cradle locked up and gets two with 15 seconds remaining in the second period. 20, excuse me, I'm jumping ahead with that meter.
2 points takedown early.
The score is
13 seconds,
10-5
men,
right
in
now.
the second
in favor
period.
of Burley,
13 seconds.
with 13 seconds to go.
Okay, time up.
Voice of Pascal Perry, official on the mat.
Two weeks from now, Burley will
Period ends, and Burley leads 10-5. Larry, let's take a look at one of those patented duck under takedowns by Burley.
Okay, he just shoots
Men, the
under,
score is
grabs
10
that
to
leg,
5,
pulls it in,
10-5 in
goes
favor
around the
of
back.
Lehigh. You're in the last period, 3 minutes to wrestle.
and from that point, it's just a
Okay.
matter of push and picks up two.
Third period action now here at Princeton.
Pink is trying to slip in a leg on Burley. Now it has a grapevine, but Burley's standing up. Figure four put in there by Pincus. It may end up a stalemate. It is.
Start over.
Lehigh University Brain Trust, Thad Turner on the right and Jerry Lehman on the left.
Burley trying to gain free of Pincus. Then breaks away. And Pincus goes after Burley, but Burley snaps him down, spins around with such great speed that he sometimes awes the fans as well as myself with the moves. When he really wants to put on the speed, he's got it. 13-5. Darryl Burley from Pemberton, New Jersey. Again, allowing
1
the
point.
escape. If you win by a
One of the more
superior-
aggressive moves, Larry. We will show you that later. It really looked like he was getting, Pincus was getting revved up for a tackle, and Burley just smoothly handled that to drop him down.
Everybody gets Burley's leg, but nobody seems to get the takedown. And I noticed that.
Here it is, Larry. Watch this. Here's a running
Okay,
start. I'm
both-
coming at
both
you.
up here.
Whoops.
There's just the snap down from that point. Shrug, gets actually a short arm drag and goes around the back.
Place winners.
Burley played let him up, take him down for the remainder of the bout and won by a final score of 24-10, giving second place Lehigh its second consecutive champion.
Thursday, your ticket to ESPN's record
Special. Ready to wrestle now at 150 pounds here on the EIWA finals. Chris Catalfo of Syracuse, record of 11-0 this season from Montvale, New Jersey. And his opponent is Frank Schaefer, a sophomore from Navy, hailing from Indiana, Pennsylvania.
Time.
He had two there. You all right?
2 points takedown, Catalfo.
Catalfo getting the 2-point takedown.
All right, top man.
Alpha immediately putting in the body scissors, throwing Navy wrestler backwards, but the Navy wrestler counters and reverses. But there was a 2-point,
Two back.
2 back points. It should be 4-2.
2 points near fall. Catalfo, 2 points reversal.
Syracuse is doing that maneuver quite well. Navy coached by Ed Peary. Syracuse coached by Ed Carlin.
Here's the near fall and reversal coming up, Larry.
Referee Santoro down looking in that control situation. There's the 2 points, but
I'll
now
take a position.
Navy wrestler reverses. Schaefer comes up on top. Score 4-2.
1 minute.
Schaefer maintains control. Double wrist lock attempt by Schaefer. 25 seconds remaining. Schaefer following in 15 seconds ago. 4-2 is the score. And a reversal. Takes score 6-2.
Period ends, and it's a 6-2 lead for Catalfo of Syracuse.
We see
Red,
Chris
your choice.
Catalfo.
Top. Red, top position. Score is 6-2 red. 6-2. 6-2.
What?
Schaefer was runner-up last year at
One near
150.
fall.
You got an ear fall on me?
First period. What a takedown.
Referee Santoro explaining the 2-point near fall.
Top man.
Again, that body scissors combination that Catalfo works on. He'll pull the opponent back, but he almost pinned himself, and a lot of fans thought he was pinned. As Schaefer's trying to turn through when it locks hands. I think he had a locked hand situation.
I know the mat judge indicated that, but Santoro did not, and I think
Well, they'll talk
when
about
we do
it.
have a break, they will talk about that.
You can
Mat
lock your
judge.
hands in a pinning combination, but that was not a pinning combination. We'll see.
Okay.
Schaefer can step across.
One.
There's the skate. Score now 6-3. And we'll have some talk.
Now comes the conference on the locking.
Ed Peary.
I don't know whether it was in a pinning combination or not. He really had his hands.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, it wasn't a confirmation by the referee. Matt Judge felt he saw it.
You're up.
See, that's not a pinning combination.
Hold up.
And they're locked. It's an anticipation to pull your opponent over, but you can't lock your hands prematurely. The Catalfo's good with that body scissors combination. Schaefer was runner-up last year to Leslie at Colgate.
Falvo trying to strong arm them down. Whizzer put in there by Schaefer to hold it off, and they go to neutral. 6-3 lead for Chris Catalfo, who has all falls going into this bout. He and Gene Mills sharing that distinction thus far, pinning every opponent to get to the championship finals.
Schaefer in, trying to gain the takedown. Near the edge, and they're back up on their feet. Coach Ed Carlin, Syracuse. These two did not meet in the dual meet. Schaefer wrestled Cannon of Syracuse.
Seconds.
45 seconds remaining, second period.
Inside.
Still a 6-3 lead for Chris Catalfo in orange, representing Syracuse University over Frank Schaefer of Navy in blue, representing the midshipmen.
Catalfo picking up another takedown. Now leads 8-3.
30 seconds, 30.
There's that cheapie I referred to. He draws him back. And he almost pins himself in that situation. Schaefer turns in against it and reverses.
No back points.
8-5.
No back points. Conversation, combination.
Time running down. Second period will end, and it'll be 8-5 for Catalfo of Syracuse.
I'm sure the Syracuse
Good, boys.
coaches will ask why there wasn't two. But you got to determine who initiated what.
High Bridges back points.
No back
Hey,
points.
look at the rule book. High Bridges back points.
Get back down here. He's holding it there on your back.
Actually, the closest guy to getting pinned
All right.
was
Fight down,
Catalfo.
Red down.
Near fall points
right,
can only be
Navy on
awarded
top.
to the man in the top position.
Ed Perry of Navy. His midshipman currently third in this tournament with 99 points. Syracuse first with 147. Lehigh second with 129 as we go into the third and final period here at 150 pounds. The 77th annual Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association Championships from the Jadwin Gymnasium on the campus of Princeton University. Larry Sheridan and Shel Siegel bringing you all the action. We hope wherever you are, you're enjoying the premier battle for Eastern College wrestling supremacy.
Catalfo gains an escape, steps out, drives right through, picks up a takedown.
(11-5) is the score at the moment. In favor of Catalfo.
Catalfo again will go in that body scissors combination. And as I said, his shoulders, he's trying to put the body scissors on and just pulls the opponent back and looks for points and doesn't get them.
Gene Mills has that down to a science.
Gene does it differently. Gene does not body scissor. He just traps the outside leg with an elevator and contains, he pulls the wrestler back. And an escape. Score 11-6. Arm drag attempt by Schaefer.
Off they go with 1.5 minutes remaining in the third and final period. Riding time not significant. Chris Catalfo looking for the second Eastern title for Syracuse. Gene Mills has one already at 118. Lehigh's Husted and Burley have them at 126 and 134. Cornell's Nyman has the 142-pound title, and we're now at 150.
Snap down. Near the edge.
Okay, Syracuse, get your shoelace.
As far as team
Shoelace.
scoring goes, Shell, first
Start the
place,
clock.
you get 16 points for first, 12 for second, 9 for third, 7 for fourth, 5 for fifth, and 3 for sixth. Then, of course, each time you advance, you pick up a point. And if you pin your opponent, you pick up a point if you win by default. And, of course, it's very complicated how they handle the superior and major decisions. But if you win on a superior, you get 3/4 of a point. If you win on a major, you get half a point. And that 3/4 point and that half point can drive the scorekeeper crazy.
That will be here in 2 weeks. More from Navy, John Wright. And for Lehigh University, Jim Riley.
Just announced who the wild card choices were. It's my pleasure to be talking to Mr. Wright, John Wright's father. At the time I learned, and I was pleased to tell him, but I said, you better get it confirmed by the coach. And he was very happy to see John, and I think everybody was. The wrestler, his ability, deserves to be in the national title. As a 2-point takedown goes to Schaefer. 11 late is the score. Now 12-8. Catalfo comes right back in and drops him, picks up 2. 14-8. Watch the body scissors combination. See if they can work that cheapie, so to speak. 20 seconds remain in this 150-pound championship.
15 seconds, 15.
14-9.
Time running down now, third and final period. You'll see it Wash out as they go off the mat.
No. Nothing.
No
nothing,
takedown.
nothing.
No points awarded.
Hold up.
No takedown. Score still 14-9.
Hold up.
And so one half of the Catalfo Brother Act is victorious thus far.
And the second wrestler from Montvale, New Jersey to win a title.
Chris Catalfo from Syracuse, the Eastern champion. Washington, he's from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, seeded 5th going into the tournament. And his opponent will be Tim Catalfo, a junior from Montvale, New Jersey, seeded 7th in the tournament.
Okay, Washington picking up a takedown.
Off the mat.
Washington, 2-point takedown.
Washington quickly exacts a 2-point takedown to lead by a score
All
of
right,
2-0.
Syracuse, you hold your position, please. Yale set.
Al Washington is from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania.
The match judge, Spike Israel.
Very powerfully well-built wrestler with the number 5 on his back, representing Yale. Yale coached by Burt Waterman. Washington with a fine season's record of 21-2. Catalfo 13-5-1. Catalfo, the 3rd wrestler from Montvale, out here. Double leg attempt by Washington. Turns around. No takedown yet. Catalfo countering Washington's attempt. But Washington comes around and picks up 2. Score 4-1. Washington of Yale. Of course, Washington pulled a major upset this afternoon in defeating defending champion Jim Riley. But somewhat. Oh, and a little hip throw there off the edge of the mat, and of course, the weight of Catalfo dropping right in the rib cage and knocked the wind out with the right arm. And as they get near the boundary, he'll throw the hip. There's the hip going over. And when they come down, it's all of Catalfo in the weight in the chest area of Washington. And of course, that hurt. 51 seconds was used up there, so that means if he gets hurt again, he's
Yale set,
really
please.
has 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining. Referee Marty Strayer. Marty lives in Newtown, Pennsylvania, was a former Eastern champion also. Catalfo trying to come around, picks up a reversal. Score now 4-3. Matt Judge, Spike Israel.
Watch the back, watch the back, watch the back. Don't twist the back.
Catalfo in control. With 15 seconds remaining. Again, that body scissors style that we see these Syracuse wrestlers use so often.
Not yet. Watch the
Tempting
face.
the
Watch
so-called
face when you do
cheapie.
that. No points.
No points awarded. Let's look at the reversal again for you.
Catalfo sitting up
Yale, your choice.
on
Top
his
or
left
bottom?
side, then snaps the
Green
wrist,
selects top
rolls
position.
through and just slides through and comes up on top. But that all started with a nice wrist elbow roll, really.
Yale set.
Second period coming up. 4-3 lead for Washington.
Reversal by Catalfo.
Catalfo now out at 5-4 on the reversal.
See if you can see this combination of the high body scissors going for these tilts. Now he's putting in a good half and a bar and he's got Washington on his back.
3.
And with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go, Catalfo
3.
working for a fall against Allen Washington of Syracuse. A week ago, Catalfo lost to Riley of Lehigh 8-0. Now he's in the finals, working to pick up a championship.
Time.
Now we'll get
Injury time.
109 remaining on the clock. 8-4 is the score.
Catalfo was able to maintain top position for the remainder of the bout and picked up 1 point when Washington was called for stalling. With 1 more point added for riding time, the final score was 10-4, and Tim Catalfo became Syracuse's third champion. Pounds on the mat, representing Yale, the second Bulldog wrestler, Colin Grissom from Lakewood, Colorado, a sophomore with a 20-3 record, and his opponent Dave Haig of Army from Milesburg, Pennsylvania, a senior with a 27-1 record.
I haven't got the significance of the numbers on the Yale shirts, whether they ordered them for the basketball team and they ended up in the wrestling group because
well, I was trying to figure out what the 5 meant. I thought the 5 might have meant the 5th weight class up, but I know that this is not the 12th weight class up.
yeah, they have, I guess maybe they pick their own number, whatever they feel lucky with.
Ed Steers on the left and Leroy Allitz on the right, Army's coaching staff.
Ed Steers just starting first year at Army, getting 2 wrestlers to the final.
Referee on the mat is Spike Israel.
And Reggie Jones is the mat judge. There you see Spike walking to your, on the left.
1 minute, 1 minute.
No takedown. Still on their feet with 49 seconds to go. 167-pound.
Well, I found it thanks to Kerwin Silfies, our producer. It was 1975. Mark Lieberman was the champion at 167, and Mike Lieberman was the champion at 177. So they did share one title.
Headlock attempt, putting the Yale wrestler to his back, and Hag picks up 2-point takedown, and will pick up team points. Haig.
15 seconds, 15.
You watch the time as that headlock is in there, and the exposure, Spike Israel looking, feeling it's not close because the right shoulder is really up now at 90 degrees.
Period ends.
But nonetheless, that hurts.
Takedown near fall coming
There
up.
goes the headlock. Boom. Down they go. And there's where the 2 points came.
Second period coming up.
Okay.
Dave Haig wrestling for Army. It's a 2-0 lead at the moment
Red takes down.
for Haig.
Hag chooses the down position.
Well, from my view of the camera, I thought he had a 2-point near fall, but believe it or not, it's not on the board. And
Just
Spike
the
said no.
takedown. 2 points.
Well, when we looked at it on the replay, Shell, both those shoulders were on their back, or so to say, the blades were on the mat. There's that so-called cheapie where you tight waist in the Gene Mills style, pull a wrestler back and pick up 2. Score knotted now at 2 each. 2-point near fall given to Grissom of Yale. I don't, a lot of wrestling fans were talking about that situation and feel that you can never pin the wrestler with it, and it's leaning so much Olympic style that I wonder if
you down. Let's go.
where does it stop? It's really exposure. It's not a pinning situation.
That's a caution, Yale. Wait for the whistle.
Or a combination. It's just
Let's go.
pulling the man back and putting his shoulders, exposing him. Now both men have been cautioned.
Wait for the whistle. Wait for the whistle. Yeah.
So the hold's been tagged a cheapie, and I agree with the situation. Just a tight waist, pull him back, lift the leg, and try to expose the shoulders.
Spike said it did not happen then. You could hear him saying no, no, no.
Well, you watch Gene Mills do it. You can make 50-0 out of a situation like that and never get a fall. I think at best, maybe it's worth 2, but not 3.
Of course, in Gene Mills's case, it usually is leading up to the fall.
Well, he softens him up for a while and then
Although Mills did have some superior decisions of some rather noteworthy scores, did he not, Larry, on matches this year?
42 and 36 to nothing.
Get set now and hold it.
It's incredible how you can win a match 42 to nothing and not pin your opponent.
But of course, Gene now has picked up everything here at the Easterns. His 4th Eastern title to join Dole of Yale, Lieberman of Lehigh, and Brown of Lehigh. Only 4 to do it. And he'll win the Fletcher Award. He'll no doubt win the Sheridan Award because he's got 4 pins. And he's...
You got to work him down. You're hanging on him.
Hanging on, stalling in a standing position. And he's trying to get it to career pinning record. Wade Chalice, former Clarion wrestler, has it, I think, with about 105 pins or 106 pins. And I think Mills has about 103 right now. So with the Nationals coming up, he'll be working to beat him. Grissom of Yale now having a minute time advantage. And the score tied at 2-all. Referee Spike Israel, living in Spring Valley, New Jersey. Reggie Jones from Belmore, Long Island, is the match judge.
1 minute remaining. We're now at the 167-pound class here in the EIWA wrestling tournament at the Jadwin Gymnasium. As you see, Bert Waterman, the coach for Yale, looking at his 2nd wrestler in the tournament. At 158, Tim Catalfo, the champion for Syracuse. At 150, Chris Catalfo of Syracuse, the champion. 142, Gene Nyman of Cornell. 134, Darrell Burley of Lehigh. At 126, Tom Husted of Lehigh. And at 118, Gene Mills of Syracuse. Those are the Eastern Wrestling champions thus far. We are now at 167.
Pick up one,
Skate
you're neutral.
to Hag. Hag defeated Turner of Lehigh 6-5 in the semifinals today on one big move. In the standing position, hit Turner with a Granby. They hit the deck and he got 5 points and he wins 6-5. Grissom, on the other hand, pulled the big upset in the tournament when he defeated Wright of Navy 7-6 in the quarterfinal round.
Army holding the arm. Holding the arm.
Army stalling. A point now goes to Yale. Hag called for stalling. Score 3-2. Grissom of Yale.
Period ends. Here's the escape coming up, Larry.
Just releases the hand, bridges away, and controls the hands, really, to stop and contain everybody.
Haig out in front by a point. 3rd and final period here.
Pick up one.
Grissom is a sophomore at Yale from Lakewood, Colorado. Three threes to score. The time advantage belongs to Yale.
Yeah, first 1 point.
Now Yale blocking. 4. Hag. Army now leading by 1. 2:10 remaining in the 3rd period at 167-pound class. Double leg dive, countered so far. Spin around attempt. Ankle pick, nice move. And a 2-point takedown. Goes to Grissom. He now leads 5-4. Grissom of Yale.
158 pounds.
Trying to go around for a shrug now with a three-quarter block, then picks up the ankle very neatly, drives forward, covers him up, and picks up the 2.
Ready to go now with 1:46 remaining, third and final period. Close match, 5-4 in favor of the Yale wrestler, Colin Grissom from Lakewood, Colorado, over Dave Haig from Milesburg, Pennsylvania. This is the one that matched the 2 lowest seeded wrestlers in the tournament. Grissom was seeded 8th and Haig was seeded 7th. And here they are in the finals.
You okay?
Grissom, you know, in the,
Want some time?
I think he hurt his knee. You know, in a dual meet between Grissom and Haig, Haig pinned him 6 minutes, 33 seconds. One of Colin Grissom's 3 losses early in the season. He also lost to Mark Schlitt 13-5 in a dual meet, and lost at Ryder to Tim Morrison. Only 3 losses he has, as Haig turns in and reverses. 6-5 the score now.
Here's a reversal, Larry, on the screen.
Takes the wrist and just turns in against the what appeared to be a body scissors attempt by the Yale wrestler. Time advantage is 2 minutes and 14 seconds in favor of Yale's Grissom. He
So
stands
it's tied up, but there's the escape now. And now it is 6-6 with the time advantage belonging to Grissom. And Haig will have to effect a takedown in order to become the champion here at 167. Or by virtue of the riding time, it will go to the Army wrestler.
Of course, they've both been penalized for stalling. 51 seconds remaining.
Right.
They're watching Yale blocking. That's what the conversation was. Haig in on that leg. No takedown yet. Grissom now goes the other way, and it's a 2-point takedown. With 33 seconds to go, Dave Haig, a senior at the academy from Milesburg, PA, is presently leading a man who pinned him earlier this year. Or who he pinned, excuse me.
Half a minute now remaining. And that's a crucial escape, because that could tie this up, and we could have our first overtime coming up here unless somebody makes a takedown.
Well, unless Yale gets called for playing it safe. 15 seconds to go. Everybody thinks that Spike may call a stall. Both boys on their feet. And we'll go into overtime. 3 1-minute periods.
Riding time awarded to the Yale wrestler. And so it is tied at 8-8.
This match will go into overtime.
So we're going to overtime. We have 3 1-minute periods. First period on their feet, the second and third periods in the down position.
In the Pacific Coast Athletic Association tournament held yesterday, San Jose State
Here's the escape that tied it coming up for you.
91.5 points. Portland State in second place with 72 points. In third place,
It just
Utah
breaks
State
free of the
with
hand
68 1/4
and
In fourth state, California
clears
State
the
in
hands
fourth
right there,
with
pulls it off the
37 1/4
waist,
points.
turns
Fresno
in.
State came in
There's
fifth
no
place
restraint,
with 27
and therefore it's an
3/4
escape.
points.
For the second year in a row, ESPN will bring you record-breaking coverage of the National Collegiate Basketball Championship. You'll see all 16 first-round games live Thursday and Friday, March 12th and 13th, beginning each night at 7 o'clock and running non-stop.
number of near falls, takedowns, reversals, escapes, riding time in that sequential order. It's a criteria decision. If it ends up tied, they pick 5 or 6 measuring guides in the, for a criteria.
Half a minute.
One of the strange things, Shells, about overtime is Grissom in, but countered nicely by Hag.
15 seconds, 15.
Larry, on other calls during the periods preceding overtime, like stalling, do they throw them all out?
Yep, they're all thrown out. The warnings, the cautions.
Period ends.
They don't carry over into the overtime. The only
got
thing,
the warning.
Army. The only thing that carries over into the overtime is injury time.
Green, your choice. Green takes down.
Would seem to be one of the odder regulations in college wrestling, not carrying at least the stalling over, since obviously what preceded the overtime, in my view, is an integral part of the match, and it ought to count. If you're stalling, you're stalling.
Now, it used to count. Now they've dropped it. It's just a complete different match, and the only thing that carries over is the amount of injury time used. Grissom gains an escape. That took 4 seconds.
45 seconds, 45.
Grissom is leading by a score of 1-0 here in the second of the 3 overtime periods against Dave Hag of Army. We're at 167 pounds, the Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association Championship final round here from Jadwin Gymnasium at Princeton University. As of this moment, Syracuse has 2 champions.
Start again, boys.
Lehigh University has 2 champions. Cornell has 1. Let's see, Syracuse has 3. Syracuse has 3 champions, Lehigh 2, and Cornell 1.
Hag trying to go around the back, but with 3 seconds to go, it'll end up in that position.
Period ends, and it's still 1-0. Third and final period coming up here. Riding time will not be significant. It's only 4 seconds. Burt Waterman trying to move his wrestler on, give Yale their first title today. Washington, his other wrestler at 158, finished second to Catalfo. And this will be the last shot for an Eastern title for Yale tonight.
Control still rests with Grissom. Yale trying to go for a tilt.
No.
Doesn't get it.
No.
14 seconds time advantage. If it's tied up on escapes, that stalling call against the Army wrestler at the end of the first period in overtime will be costly. So will the riding time build up.
Well, Larry, this was in our pre-picks for the tournament. This was the one that I had going out on a limb on, and even though Grissom was seeded 8th, I picked him to finish 3rd in the tournament in this weight class. And he managed to make it to the final.
Well, he's within 15 seconds of winning. And even if he gives up an escape and the score be tied 1-1, he should win on criteria because he has 43 seconds time advantage. And he doesn't have any stalling calls against him in the overtime. So about the only thing that Army wrestler needs is a reversal, actually. To escape won't do it. Now, it's interesting. With 2 seconds to go, They both have had warnings. So now we're even on the warnings in stalling. The riding time favors Grissom, and so does the score.
And so Grissom of Yale takes the first title for the Bulldogs by virtue of a 1-0 over championship final round. Colin Kilrain of Lehigh University with a record of 16-0 on the season, and Mark Phillips from Navy on the mat. Kilrain is from Braintree, Massachusetts, and Mark Phillips from Parma, Ohio.
You're going to have two strong wrestlers going in at it. As immediately Phillips picks up a 2-point takedown on Kilrain. You're going to see a lot of movement here. Kilrain, nice move right there. Power roll.
You all right?
Coming on through, but
You on
Kilrain
time?
got hurt.
Let's go.
But he won't stop. Referee Reggie Jones, Matt Judge, Pascal Perry.
Okay, sunset.
Kilrain currently ranked #1 in the country at this weight class.
Did they match in the Lehigh Navy meet, or was
No.
Kilrain wrestling 190 then?
Kilrain went to 90 and defeated Spears.
Kilrain gets his takedown now to even the score at 2-2, and the reversal. Let's watch the reversal coming up here.
There's a shoulder roll, holds onto the wrist, just comes her up around the back and gains the reversal.
Okay, son, on.
Ready to go again. About tied at 2 each. Kilrain now in the advantage position.
Kilrain defeated George Fears of Navy at 190, 26-7. Phillips beat Turner 11-6 in the dual meet Navy Lehigh. Kilrain from Braintree, Massachusetts. Undefeated.
Kilrain has been up most of the season wrestling 190s. Of course, getting down now to 177 for this tournament after pushing 13 pounds around or more in just about every bout this season.
Of course, to his credit this year is his victory over national champ Ed Bannock. He beat Bannock of Iowa 9-5. Kilrain undefeated, and that's why he's ranked #1 in the country. Two-time Eastern champion, going for his third title.
Bring him in, boys.
But hampered by a knee injury, his right knee has been giving him trouble.
Okay, son.
Phillips, nice shoulder roll. Kilrain follows, but Phillips comes right on back.
What?
And we get an escape. Kilrain, in the meantime, picked up 1 minute and 12 seconds time advantage.
Kilrain sporting the red sneakers that's characterized his appearances on the mat this year, and wearing the red band, which makes it easy to follow as the first period concludes.
They're just going back and forth. Phillips trying to come up the back door.
Red.
Kilrain trying to counter the
Red takes down,
attempted
Lehigh
reversal,
down.
gives up the escape.
Kilrain chooses the down position.
Second period coming up. Kilrain trailing 3-2 to Phillips of Navy.
Son.
Navy with
Set,
2
get on.
finalists looking for their first titleist. Lehigh already has 2. Kilrain looking to be #3.
Kilrain gains.
What?
Now he's got the escape to tie it at 3-3. Kilrain has riding time of just 1 minute even right now as they lock up.
Phillips lost this year to Dan Miner of Wilkes. Lost to Matt Reese of North Carolina State. And to Bingham of Penn State.
Kilrain moves in on the leg and is forced to back away.
And his biggest loss went to Steve Greenlee of Bucknell, 20-11. Kilrain, co-captain at Lehigh from Braintree, Massachusetts. Phillips from Parma, Ohio.
Out.
Out of bounds. There you see assistant coach Jerry Lehman, Lehigh University.
And Thad Turner, Lehigh University's coach.
Kilrain trying to go around the back to gain a takedown near the edge of the mat. And he drops him and picks up 2. That was a muscle match all the way, Shell. Ground him to the mat. And watch him limping back. There he is. He gets behind and just doggedly battles.
Okay, son.
And finally pulls him in and picks up the 2.
Get on.
Ready to go again with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining in the second period. Kilrain leading 5-3 and starts moving his riding time now up over 1 minute 15.
Phillips placed 5th last year as a freshman at this weight class. Kilrain won. He said he's going for his 3rd Eastern title. Not much action on the bottom, and the fans starting to say, what's Navy doing down there? Reggie Jones, he's following the situation. Reggie living in Belmore, Long Island. Pascal out of Merritt. Kilrain now has over 2 minutes time advantage with 50 seconds remaining in the second period.
Guy's really clamming up underneath.
Yeah, I know he is.
There you heard Pascal say he's clamming up
Warning
underneath.
under here, son.
Warning in the bottom.
Scoring for stalling.
Kilrain working, doing about everything, but
Remind you that the microphone is on the official, a referee, not on the mat judge. So when you hear Pascal talking there, he was really talking into the mic. That's being worn now by Reggie.
well, he's got an arm bar in there now. Trying to do something with this Navy wrestler who showed some spark of life in the beginning, but as the second period concludes, Kilrain has about 3 minutes time advantage.
Son, I'm tied up.
Period ends. Kilrain has nearly 3 minutes riding time in addition to that score.
Notice how he
Many referees we have seen. And Kilrain already goes into that position, trying to turn his man, and Phillips just does not move and does not try to get up. We'll see whether or not we get another stall call
Watch
here.
that arm. Don't drive it forward.
Well, Kilrain's grinding him,
Watch
keeping him
that arm
flat,
now.
trying to work a half,
Watch
trying to
that
work
arm,
a tilt,
son.
but he's being
Watch
cautioned
that
by the
arm there,
referee.
Colin.
Not that, I don't know what he has to do
Watch
to
it.
turn him over. Certainly you can't injure the wrestler. That I'm not advocating, but I'm certainly advocating a little action. And of course, Shell, all this riding time, which is piling up for Kilrain's benefit, now picks up
I got one.
a near fall as they
Frank,
go out
I
of
got
bounds.
2.
2 points, near fall. McGann limps out back to the center.
Seven to 3. Let's look at it on replay
Okay,
again.
son.
He just drives forward on that arm bar and puts the pressure to Phillips, picks up a 2-pointer.
Ready to go again. Kilrain doggedly continues after his opponent. He's got almost 4 minutes. Now he does. Of riding time, he has been in absolute total control here for Lehigh University at 177 pounds as Kilrain looks for another Eastern title. Syracuse has had 3 tonight. Lehigh looking for their 3rd right here. Syracuse will have a chance for a 4th coming up in Unlimited with Mike Rotunda going.
Against Craddock.
Look at that.
4.5 minutes time advantage for Kilrain with 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining in the final period.
Pascal, I might
177
have
pounds.
both. I might have both.
What Reggie's saying is he might warn
Let's
both for
go.
stalling, and if he does, I think the 5,000 fans
I
will
know. Let's go.
throw the shoes down at him. Because Kilrain's really working. I just got to say that what do you do when you keep breaking a guy
Break,
down?
both men stalling.
Here we go.
Well, I don't know. You got 4 minutes and 40 seconds riding time, and Kilrain has been trying to turn Phillips over for nearly 5 minutes in this bout. And now we've had a double stall call. 8-3. The point does go to Kilrain on that because it's the second call against Phillips of Navy. And Kilrain muscles him down, and they're near the edge of the circle again.
No,
1 minute, 1 minute.
can't agree with that one at all. 1 minute remaining.
Bring it in, boys.
167-pound place winners, please proceed to the awards area. 167-pound.
Well, everyone has always said, Larry, that you call them as you see them. You might
No,
see it differently.
An awful lot of the Lehigh fans think I'm pro the
Let's go.
referees. That's not true. Although I could listen to them chuckling now. I'm just pro wrestling and good wrestling. 2-point near fall on that tilt situation. Tight waist, a la Mike Brown. Kilrain now putting in a cross body rod. Drops his bench. Now puts him down towards his back again.
30 seconds.
And with 30 seconds to go, we'll pick up 2 more near fall. And again, that's a lot of points for a guy who got accused of stalling. 12-3 is the lead. With, well, he'll end up, Shell,
15 seconds, 15.
with almost 6 minutes time advantage in this championship bout.
And Phillips had the first takedown. And representing Syracuse University is Mike Rotunda. Rotunda in orange, representing the orange.
Let's go back in.
Craddock from
Go,
Columbia.
get your foot back. Get your foot back. Here we go. Let's get started.
Craddock has 2 losses this year. One to Dave Cameron of Central Connecticut, 12-4, and lost to Sapelza of Montclair, 7-2. The only 2 losses for Jake Craddock, who 2 years ago was runner-up at Unlimited.
Syracuse University has won the team title. Lehigh will be second, Navy third, and Army fourth.
Rotunda, 17-3 record. His was third in 1978 at this weight class and fifth in 1979. He redshirted last season. He's a football player for the Syracuse Orangemen.
I got 1 shot apiece.
45 seconds, 45.
His losses. Picking up the leg of Braddock. Drops to the mat. Puts Braddock on his back immediately. Rotunda has Braddock
5 seconds.
on his back. As Braddock bridges through and out.
3.
Score now 5-0.
3 points. 15 seconds, 15.
That was a near one, Larry.
Yep, he's the captain of the Columbia team as he comes around and reverses. Ron Russo is their coach.
Don't rake the nose now.
Let's look at that takedown and near fall, and you can see how close it was for yourself.
Okay, it's Green's choice.
He just spreads
down.
and covers up Craddock and drives
Green
him down. There's you see the referee counting off the seconds. 5 continuous
Red.
seconds gives you a 3-point near fall.
Do it.
Second period. Pat McCormick is the official.
Hat judge Mark Piven. McCormick from Hampton, Virginia. Braddock somersaults, followed by Rotunda. Now Rotunda appearing to have a cradle combination on Craddock. Craddock breaks free as Rotunda still maintains control. Syracuse coming to the mat 3 times so far, and all 3 of their wrestlers winning titles. Lehigh winning 3, Syracuse winning 3. Rotunda going for number 4. The 5-2 lead. We're halfway through, 1:45 remaining.
Be careful.
In the second period.
A 5-2 lead.
Two minutes time advantage for Rotunda. This interesting sidelight shell in the semifinals when Craddock won in overtime. He stacks Craddock. Craddock won in overtime over Smith of Wilkes with a last-second maneuver.
He's stuck in, put him up there and came back.
They disagree on the 2-point near fall situation. That being
50
Mark
seconds,
Piven and
gentlemen, 50.
Well, Larry, I must admit that I do agree with you. I really prefer the 2 mat judge situation.
there's a reversal by Craddock, and he's definitely going to pick up a 3-point near fall on a nice wrist roll where he held the wrist. With 30 seconds remaining in the second period, Craddock made the ball score change. If he can get the left hand back, he's in good position. But he's controlling and gets out of it with 15 seconds to go. And that should make the score 7 with a 3-point near fall. There's a 5-point move. Now he's putting him towards his back again. And score 7-5. There's Ron Russo, coach of Columbia.
10-foot circle. Go in the 10-foot circle. Yes, sir.
Where's the points for the stack?
Oh, no. He went up into it, Ed.
He stopped him there.
Carlin questioning that so-called stack that we saw
Let's
earlier.
look at the Rotunda takedown.
That's the
Near
stack.
fall. There's the stack right there. What do you say, Larry? You
That's
can look
worth
right
2
in there.
points. Carlin's right. That's worth 2. There's
That's
good
what I'm
coach
saying.
Carlin.
Green is up. Right. That's what I'm doing. Okay, Green, you're up.
Mark Piven thought there was 2, but
Okay, we
if you
got a
don't get
7-5 score.
if you can't convince the
Green.
referee, then you don't get your.
You set?
And that's why if you have
Get your knees back. Come on.
the
Get
other
set
2
right.
boys
Okay, go ahead,
watching,
Green.
that might have been a different situation. But the score is 7-5. Craddock ahead, but 2 minutes time advantage belonged to Syracuse's Rotunda.
The other advantage, too, Larry, is obviously with 2 mat judges at different points on the mat, you're going to get a totally
Right.
different perspective than any other officials might get. And I think that is perhaps the major advantage of the 2 mat judge situation.
Well, Rotunda working to come around and gain a reversal, and does. Ties up the score at 7-7, and Craddock will go for this wrist roll again, I'm sure. From that situation, he drops down to his knees and
Let's wrestle, gentlemen.
appearing to be tired. I was saying earlier when I watched the semifinal victory by Craddock, as he sat there on the bench getting his breath, a little toddler came across the mat to the delight of about 4,000 people, all of about maybe 1.5 years of age, toddling across the mat, and then jumped up in her daddy's lap. It was quite a nice moment for an afternoon of all wrestling. I learned later that it was Craddock's daughter who went over to give her daddy a victory hug.
Let's go both.
Stalling against both.
Still down. Both guys got hit now. Both
Craddock
guys.
out of
Get
Las
set,
Vegas,
Green.
Nevada.
We have 1:48, gentlemen. Get set.
Both seniors.
Go, Red. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Red.
This is the 3rd and final period. The match is tied at 7-7, but Rotunda has a riding time point assured, which is going to be very important as we come down toward the end. Larry, as we come down toward the end of this unlimited match, I know on behalf of all of us at WLVT Channel 39 producing this match, now it's a reversal coming up here for Craddock, and he takes the lead back now, 9-7.
Time advantage still rests with Syracuse wrestler as they drop to the mat. Craddock's up high and may lose an escape. Score now 9-8 with 1:05 remaining, but Rotunda definitely has guaranteed riding time.
And they break. And as I was about to say, Larry, we want to thank you for another great season of covering Lehigh University wrestling. This concludes the 14th season of wrestling that we've done in many, many years. And again, we want to thank you on behalf of all wrestling fans all over the country for the splendid job you've done in providing commentary throughout the season and the tournaments.
I enjoy doing it, Sheldon. I enjoy working with the professional group, Channel 39. Snap down, but no takedown. You must bring your opponent to the mat. And he does with 45 seconds to go. He being Rotunda now leads 10-9, plus riding time. Now let's call it 11-9.
This is more action we've seen in a limited bout in about the last year at least. Rotunda leading 10-9. He's got a riding time point assured. And the only thing that can save Craddock now would be a reversal. And even that would earn him a tie. An escape will not be enough.
And Syracuse wins about everything. The most number of champs, they win the team title. And Gene Mills is going to need a trailer to take home all the trophies he's going to collect. Final score, 11-9.
Good match,
Rotunda wins over Craddock of Columbia.
Good heavyweight match. Good heavyweight match.
And so Rotunda wins the match and becomes the champion. Let's look at that final takedown that did it.
Craddock goes in, but Rotunda spreads and then takes the near arm drag, goes around the back. Now you've got to bring your opponent to the mat, which he hasn't done yet. Now drives forward and gets to 2 points.
And now let's take a look at some of the highlights of other bouts in tonight's final round.
At 142 pounds, William & Mary's Bill Sweezy, a junior from West Islip, New York, took on Cornell's co-captain Gene Nyman, a nationally ranked senior from Northeast Pennsylvania. This action in the first period. Sweezy shoots, but Nyman is known as a counter-wrestler, and he shrugs off Sweezy's attempt and spins behind, taking Sweezy to the mat for a 2-0 lead. Second period now. Sweezy on top, but Nyman stands up and breaks free, extending his lead to 3-0. Later in the period, Sweezy shoots again, but Nyman counters, and another takedown opens the score to 5-0. Now in the third period, Nyman on top. Sweezy stands up and gains his first point with an escape, but Nyman shows his counter-wrestling expertise once again as he breaks Sweezy's hold on his leg and gains a final takedown. Sweezy is able to gain an escape late in the period, but it's too little, too late. And G. Nyman is crowned champion at 142 pounds. Now the 190-pound bout. Two past EIWA place winners, Craig Blackman of Franklin and Marshall and Tony Mantella of Temple, both are seniors. Neither has won a championship. Both placed second last year. Mantella was warned for stalling during a scoreless first period, and he started the second on the bottom. It's muscle against muscle as Mantella works toward an escape, finally clearing the hands and taking a 1-0 lead. Now in the third period, score 2-1 by virtue of a stalling point awarded to each wrestler. Now it's Blackman's turn, and he stands up and breaks free to tie the score. Later, Blackman in on Mantella's leg, but it's the Temple wrestler who comes out on top, leading 4-2. An escape closed the score to 4-3, and this action, with seconds remaining in the final period, decided the bout. And it was Blackman who came out on top, winning by a final score of 5-4, giving Franklin and Marshall their 7th champion since joining the EIWA in 1948. That's it for the 77th Annual EIWA Wrestling Championship. Again, the team title went to Syracuse University,